Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people. Specifically, obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful wealth building webinar. I am Sheila Abram, and I am pleased to be the presenter this evening. I want to first talk just a little bit about the video that we just saw, because one of the reasons we love that video is the last few minutes of it. It says, we are bringing together a group of people to an idea, a product, and a cause. And this idea is going to pay you once you utilize the system that we have systematized for your success. That is what I'm going to introduce to you this evening. But first, let's talk a little bit about why you might want to join a cause. And I think it's important for me to say exactly what that cause is right now. That cause is freedom. We want to help free people from this current system of debt. Now, most people get their paychecks. And what does the majority, if not all, of your money go to? It's to pay your debts. I want you to think about if you were completely 100% debt-free, house paid for, car paid for, you're able to, at the beginning of the year, pay your auto insurance off in one lump sum. Everything that you have to piece out by month, you're able to pay, it's done. You have no monthly debt. except for what we can't get away from. We can't get away from having to pay an electric bill. We have a phone bill. There are certain things that we use that we expect to pay for because we use it. But if you had no credit card debt, what would you do? See, you're financially free. What would you do? What causes would you like to get behind? See, I want you to imagine how it might feel on Monday morning, laying in the bed, and you have no particular place you have to be because you don't have a job. Money is not an issue. What would you do? Are you a writer? Would you write down all the stories that you have stored up in your mind? Are you a painter? Would you paint beautiful masterpiece? Are you a songwriter? Would you compose the most beautiful melodies that anyone has ever heard? What would you do? I tell you, there's just a wonderful saying that I heard, and actually it's not wonderful, it's sad, but it's wonderful when you have the solution to it. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough made the statement, most people have 4 good ideas in inventing something new, in doing something that's never been done, correcting a problem. They have 4 good ideas a year, and 95% of the people don't even act upon them. I want you to think about yourself. Have you ever thought of an invention that you thought, you know what, this will work? I tell you, the world needs this. And then you thought about it, no, I don't have the money. No, that'd be too much work. No, I couldn't do it. So you don't even act upon it. You have to have a dream that makes you want to act. You have to have a dream that makes you say, my circumstances right now, they have to change, and they have to change for the better. I'm tired of not even being able to go on vacation, and I have a good paying job, but I have a family of 4 or 5. Just to go to Disneyland, that's about $500 with the entrance fees, and don't think about eating. $500 for an amusement park, a theme park? So what do most families end up doing? They have made a wonderful saying for what most people do. It's called the staycation. See, they get to stay in their city. They get to stay at home. And that's the vacation. It's a staycation. Probably the biggest event is taking the family to the movies. And if you have a family of 5, that's over $100. See, so what's your dream? Is your dream to be able to take your family and rent out a villa and just enjoy the summer along the beach? Or you might be mountain people. You want to go camping and just, in your mobile home all over the place. So that's some people's dream. Pack up the kids and let's go see the country. So we have been taught, or actually not taught, we have learned that we don't have enough money for that. So people stop wishing for that. They started thinking that that's the thing of the past. Being able to travel in the lifestyle you want to travel. You want to rent a private yacht? What is that? Because most people have done exactly what they were taught to do. They went to school. They went to higher education. They graduated. They got their degree because this is what successful people do. That's what they're told. And college is training you. They're training you to be an employee. See, and that's by design. Because when the United States truly got into debt, and they realized they need income taxes. They need to be able to tax the people. So they're preparing all of our college graduates to be W-2 earners so that they could start paying income taxes right away. You know, not only are they going to pay income tax, they're going to pay back dearly for the interest and the principal on those student loans. That's what we have been taught. That's normal. See, but it really wasn't normal in the 50s. That wasn't normal. It was normal for people to have their own business, to have their own land, to cultivate the family business. And the children, they were raised to know that they were going to work in the family business. But see, now we're told that once we graduate college, we're going to get a job. Now you're fortunate. You are fortunate enough to go out and apply for a job. As a matter of fact, they have career days on the college campus where you're taught how to fill out a resume. Business owners go there. You're taught how to, let's go interview. Let's go interview. I remember when my son was in college, my son Stephen, he already owned his corporation when he was in college. He already had his first income property while he was in college. He already had his Carrot Bars business while he was in college. So when career day came, everybody's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Stephen, aren't you nervous? And he's like, for what? Aren't you gonna go to career? Aren't you gonna apply? There's gonna be 15 business, corporate owners there. Aren't you gonna apply? And he's like, no, I have a business. And it was so foreign to them. They didn't understand where he was coming from with, no, I already have a business. I'm a business owner. Now, there is a wonderful statistic because it's wonderful because it shows you the truth. That's why it's wonderful. It's wonderful because it's not hiding what's really happening. This was done by the Census Bureau, and they sampled 100 people age 65 years and over. Okay, and this is what they found. Now, they did it to more than one group of 100 because that's what makes statistics, okay? They found, in average, only one was wealthy. One. And can we guess which one that is? That's the one that owns his own business. That's who that is. One was wealthy. 3 are still working. I want you to look around. If you have a job or a career or a profession, I want you to look around at your colleagues. How many of you are working next to a beloved senior, age 65 years of age and over? You know you are. How many of you have visited a favorite fast food place and there's seniors working in there? How many visit, I'll say it, Walmart, because they love them. And you see your beloved seniors working in Walmart. Now, 4 have enough money to retire. That means they had either a pension, that's, by the way, is gone. Pensions are gone. They had some type of retirement plan that they were told, you save this amount of money, you check high risk, low risk, whatever they tell you to check. And when you retire, you're going to have this amount of money. Now, one of the things you might think of, especially when you're young, when you're young, you're in your 30s, and they say, look, you keep on this road. And when you retire, you're going to have $500,000. $500,000. You say, well, sign me up. $500,000 sounds good to me. But what you don't understand is let's just use $500,000, which is $500,000. You retire at age 65. Let's say you're used to living on a modest annual income of $50,000 a year. Now you retired. Do you know that's only going to last you 10 years? See, that's startling, isn't it? when you really look at the big picture as to what's really happening, if that retirement plan is not getting an influx of money on a regular basis, it will deplete. So now you look at this, I'm age 75, I'm out of money, and I have to hope Walmart's going to hire me? At age 75, for the last 10 years, I thought I was free. I didn't have to be anywhere at any certain time. And now all of a sudden you're telling me I have to answer to my boss or my shift manager that's 20 years old? That's what our seniors are facing. Now, 63 are dependent on Social Security, charity, and family. And they're trapped in that. Because some, depending on, what type of Social Security they have, sometimes it varies by state. Certain states start to cut the amount of your check. You already living check to check as a senior, and then you get a letter in the mail saying, oh, guess what? Next year, it's going to be less. Oh, and by the way, your Medicare Part D, that's not going to cover a whole bunch of your medications. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to pay that out of pocket. See, that's what makes them have to depend on charity and family. And then here's the sad statistic. 29 are deceased. 29 never, ever had a retirement freedom date, a financial freedom date. They either left home and went to work and never came back home, or they left work, went home and never came back to work. Those 29, they worked until they died. And those 29 represent what's going to happen to most people, because most seniors, honestly, they don't feel they can retire. Because what they're finding is cost of living still is going up. There are no special, substantial senior discount rates. The pharmacies don't give you a wonderful senior discount on your medications that now your insurance company is not even going to pay. You don't get a special senior discount in the gas line when you're filling up your car. When you're going shopping for clothes or your needed items, there is no special senior discount line. Our seniors are having to pay the same prices that everybody else has to pay. And they are living on truly a limited income. Something has to change. You might be thinking, well, you know what? I see that because I see my aunts, my uncles, my mom and dad, they're all still working. They will not know retirement. I could tell they don't even mention the word retirement. That's not going to be me. I'm getting a second job. That's what I'm going to do. Well, I want you to know, how many people do you know right now, stop and think, that are working 2 jobs? They're already working 2 jobs. And when you talk to them, what are they still complaining about? They cannot get ahead. Not only can they not get ahead, they're paying more in income taxes at the end of the year, and they're seeing their family less. See, 2 jobs is not the solution, because if the task, the job, or career you perform were ever meant to make you wealthy and give you true freedom, don't you think it would have happened already? See, now that's a reality check. It's a reality check. But I'm going to give you a little bit more reality check, because this is what's truly happening. Most people fall in the E quadrant, the employee quadrant. That quadrant is taxed the highest. The W-2 earner, taxed the highest. Uncle Sam is getting his before you pay anything. Taxes are taken out of your check. See, and then some people, they have it a little twisted. They have the opportunity to at least be a 1099, an independent contractor, and they're like, oh, no, I want you to take the taxes out of my check. I want you to take it out, because this way I qualify for a refund. See, in their head, somehow a refund is free money, when all it is the money that your employer is taking out of your check every single paycheck, putting it in a fund that they have to give to Uncle Sam. And then guess what? You have to prove you deserve it back. You have to prove it. You have to file for it. So they're taxed the highest. Now, then there's another quadrant. There are some that say, you know what? I'm not going to be an employee. I don't like that. I have skills, or I'm going to go to undergraduate school. I'm going to get some professional skills, whether it's a doctor, a lawyer, whether it's a CPA. You're going to go and get certified or licensed in a particular field. You are a self-employed business owner. You have to show up in order to get paid. See, and when you're in your 20s and you're getting these licenses, or early 30s, you feel like that's okay. I don't mind. I'm healthy. I'm young. But what about when you're 65 and 70 and you're self-employed? Because see, what usually happens in that self-employed category, a lot of them do not have any retirement plans at all. See, somehow that really didn't make it into the budget. Because from the self-employed category to the big business owner, that it's that self-employed category that's taxed the highest. It's that self-employed. And then guess what? If you're unfortunate enough to get in some kind of accident, whether it's a car accident, a skiing accident, a boating accident, whatever kind of accident that can happen, and you can't work or perform a surgery or do hair or cut grass or do taxes, God forbid you miss a tax season, you're sunk. Because you must show up and perform to get paid. And there are a lot of us in that category. Now, then there's the business owner category. See, business owners, we have employees. We don't necessarily do the work at all. We just have to have a team in place to make sure the workers are doing the work, or some sort of system in place to monitor the workers, but we don't physically do that work. We have people that are helping us grow our dream of business ownership. And we have the government giving us the best tax breaks to do it. See, that's big business. But depending on what industry, what category you're in, a lot of those big businesses, we are seeing them just go away, aren't we? We're seeing them. Big businesses in the form of department stores are closing up shop, because it's most of those traditional big businesses, they are dependent on people getting in their cars and driving to their business and spend money. Well, with the internet, less of us are getting in our cars and driving to a business to go spend money. I tell you right now, before I ever go to Macy's, I'm looking at Macy's online. I really do. If I'm thinking of any appliance, the first place I check is definitely Amazon. Amazon is the first place that I check. I want to see if they have it there first. I shop online before I get in my car and go to a traditional business. And I'm not unique. That's why a lot of stores have had to close up shop and pretty much go to their online model of that store. And then there's the investor category. In the investor category, this is the category where your money is going to start working for you. This is the category that, you're starting to earn money from certain systems you've put in place, whether it's real estate that you've acquired and now you're getting your monthly rents. There are some certain wonderful investments you can get involved with, and I'm going to tell you about one tonight that once they, it really starts to take off and the investment starts to grow, you're going to start having some residual income. Or there are certain business models that you're going to be able to benefit from leverage. Or there's certain assets that are going to rise in value over time. I'm going to show you a wonderful asset in just a few moments. But one thing that I want to say about the investor section or the investor quadrant, do you know that all of the other three, each and every one, from the employee to the self-employed to the business owner, they all can participate in the I quadrant? See, that's right. You as an employee, the highest taxed person in this whole quadrant, can still participate in the I quadrant so that it can start to change your financial future. See, you need to start getting involved in a wealth building program, something that's going to build your wealth. Now, you haven't been taught about this anywhere because it's financial education. And see, financial education, they want to hide it in books because they know most people aren't going to read them. There's a wonderful book that was written called The Richest Man in Babylon. It has some wonderful wealth principles in that book. And one of the wealth principles is a portion of everything you earn is yours to keep. And the word is keep. Not spend, yours to keep. Now, wealth principle number 1, pay yourself first. Every time you get paid, every time a client pays you for a particular service you have done for them, every time a contract pays off, you get, every time you receive money, a portion of that, you should already have it figured out, should go to you. And it should be placed in a vehicle for you to keep it. Wealth principle number 2 is you must create residual income. Residual income. Mr. Warren Buffett said, successful people know that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. See, that's a fact. You need to find a system that allows you to employ leverage. And that system generates some wealth. Now, I want you to just keep that word in your mind, a system that helps you utilize leverage, because I'm going to come right back to that statement when I show you a system in just a few moments. And you need something that's going to give you some residual income. Now, wealth principle number 3, you must solve taxation. Now, I know that is difficult for some people to even think they can solve, because I just told you the W-2 earner pays the highest taxes. That's the largest part of their expenses, that is income taxes. So you're saying, okay, if that's the largest, then obviously I could do nothing about that. Well, here's the solution. Having a home-based business is a great way to reduce your tax exposure. Now, it will not eliminate it completely, but it's going to reduce your tax exposure. So right now, I've given you the solution to solving taxation. Now, wealth principle number 4, it says you must solve inflation. Now, if you thought number 3 was difficult, how are you going to solve inflation? You're looking at, I can't control what the dollar can't buy anymore. Every time I go to the grocery store, I come away paying more and the basket is less and less full. I can't control the prices that they're going to put on items and goods. Well, the way to solve inflation is by putting your money in a system or a vehicle that is going to outpace inflation. That's how you solve it. And I'm going to give you some examples on how that's going to happen. But first, I want to introduce you to a wonderful company. The company is Karatbars International. It is a wealth building company. It's a gold acquisition company. It is a system. It's a payment system, and it's going to help you get financially free. It is simply this. You save the money you want to keep in gold. You might be like, gold? Why would I want to save it in gold? I'm going to give you some great examples, and you're going to say, how come I didn't know I should have been saving in gold years ago? And then you're going to get paid when you invite others who also save in gold. Doesn't that sound a little bit like leverage? Now, let me tell you a little bit about Karatbars International. It was formed in 2011. It internationally ships to more than 120 countries. It specializes in the production and the sale of high quality gold products in small transaction friendly weights. It's in the commercial district of Stuttgart, Germany, about a block and a half away from the Mercedes-Benz Corporation. Now, Mr. Harold Seitz, I can't say enough about the CEO and founder of Karatbars, Karat Pay, Karat Bank, Karat Gold Corp. Oh my goodness, he just announced a brand new business today, a physical licensed bank. This man is truly changing history. He is a CEO and founder. He's a senator on the European Council there in Germany, and he has a wonderful mission. And I'm going to read it to you word for word because I've never heard of a CEO, a man who has this kind of mission. He says, my mission is to provide the highest quality gold available in the market and make it easily accessible for the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. My goal is that Karatbars help millions find financial freedom from this current system of debt. Now that's a mission statement. Now, Mr. Harold Seitz, he's created a system that literally perpetuates the generation of wealth for the masses using the only real form of money, and that's gold. That is gold. Now, for you to get involved with this system, it requires you to activate it. See, there's some actions you need to take. The opportunity is amazing, and it's going to change your financial future forever. And there are 4 ways to participate. Option 1, super easy. Pay yourself first. Save gold. So you pay yourself first in the form of gold. See, gold is money. Gold is money. So you want to pay yourself first in a form that you can't readily liquidate. That's gold. I'm going to give you some quick examples on how gold outpaces inflation and how gold is a store of value. In 1971, 60 ounces of gold will get you 1 family-sized car. Flash forward to 2010, 60 ounces, same 60 ounces will get you 3 economy cars, 3, mid to economy, because gold is a store of value. Now, we love using 1971 right about then. See, a gram of gold will get you about 5 loaves of bread. $1 will get you 4 loaves of bread. Pretty close. But now let's talk about the store of value. Today, that 1 gram is going to get you 25 loaves of bread, while that $1 is going to get you maybe 2 slices. So what is outpacing inflation? It's gold. Some people love examples with money in it. So I'm going to give you one. If you saved $1,000 in 1971, 1,000, you had 1,000 in your left hand, and your right hand you had another 1,000, but you said, you know what? I'm going to turn this 1,000 into its equivalent in gold, which was about 24.6 ounces. You put both of them under your bed. Flash forward today. Do you know that $1,000 is going to purchase, it's lost its value. It's going to purchase about $165 worth. Because see, in 1971, it could go a long way. But now, just the true purchasing power, it's lost 83%, the dollar has, of its purchasing power. But flash forward, you take that gold from under the bed. Not only does it look the same, it didn't tarnish. It is still gorgeous. It is now worth $33,000. It's increased over 3,000%. See, gold is a store of value. And this is our wonderful signature product in Carat Bars. It is the classic Carat Bar. It is 24 karat 999.9 fine gold. It comes in 1 gram, 2.5, and 5 gram increments. Now we also have gift cards. See, with 24 karat gold embedded in them, specialty cards. You got a wedding you're going to this summer? Grab yourself some wonderful bride and groom cards. So you're going to set the bride and groom off right with an asset, something that they're going to put away, and it's going to increase in value. If it's an anniversary, give an anniversary card. If you want to say, I love you, give an I love you card. If you want to say congratulations, and there's so many graduations going on now, congratulations, even congratulations when someone gets a promotion or a job, it's a congratulations card. You want to say happy birthday, and there are birthdays going on every day, you can give the gift of gold. And if you're on our wonderful Wealth Builders Worldwide team, we have our own Gladiator Gold card. See, that's what's in our wallet. We have the gold, this actually Gold Gladiator card. But here's one of our newer products, and it's serving so many purposes. You know, I know his wonderful bank, physical licensed bank that Mr. Harold Seitz mentioned in his Facebook video just released today. We already know what currency is going to be flowing through that bank. Cash gold. Cash gold. It's transaction friendly. It has gold embedded right in it. Cash gold also fuels our Carat Pay app. We also have cash gold in 1, 3, and 6 gram cards. See, and with our wonderful Carat Pay app, we're going to be able to pay for products, goods, and services. If you choose to use gold for products, goods, and services, it's your prerogative. But you're going to be able to use your Carat Pay app to purchase that. See, and merchants, they understand what time it is. They'd rather be paid in something that's going to be worth more next year. That increases their bottom line. That's what the Carat Pay app. You can also move gold from your account to a loved one's account. And our cash gold is also what is backing our wonderful, wonderful Carat Gold coin. Carat Gold coin. It's a cryptocurrency, but it's a cryptocurrency unlike any other. See, all the others are backed by nothing. Ours, it has like money insurance behind it. It has gold behind it. We believe it's going to be the most sought after cryptocurrency out there. Mr. Harold Seitz truly wants to solve a problem. When he looked at what's the problem with cryptocurrencies, it's like, the problem is they're backed by nothing. Mr. Harold Seitz likes to back everything by gold. He feels the currency needs to be backed by gold. That's why he is R. So now there are option 2 is save and earn. See, as a free affiliate, when you invite others to also save in gold, you get paid starting from 0.5% all the way to 6% monthly. That's the free affiliate position. Then we have option 3. We maximize our earning potential. We maximize our income. First thing you're going to do is you're going to complete your free registration. You're going to pick a business package, whether it's bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. You're going to upload your documents, your KYC documents. You must prove you're a real person and where you live, because your business package is going to be delivered to the address that you have registered with. And that's where gold is going to be delivered. And guess what? Gold comes in all of the business packages. That's why it must be verified. Then you're going to start practicing right away wealth principle number 1. And that's paying yourself first. You're going to decide how much you're going to pay yourself first. 1 gram, 2.5, or 5 grams. Then you're going to decide how often are you going to pay yourself first. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You choose. And then you just simply start to share with others who can repeat these first 4 steps. And then what's going to start to happen is duplication is going to start to happen. And you are going to start to benefit from leverage. But it takes a minute for duplication to start to happen. It happens faster for some than others. But let's talk about duplication and why it's so important that you stay the course. We love to show this slide on the penny that doubles every day for 30 days. If you were given a choice to take this suitcase of $500,000 today, before we even start, you know what? You could say, you know what? It's over. I want the $500,000 right now. Would you take it? Or would you want to benefit from duplication for 30 days? Let that penny double every day for 30 days. Do you know a lot of people will take that $500,000 day one? They don't really stop and do the math and understand that if they benefit from duplication on the 30th day, that's $5,368,709.12. 30 days is nothing. You have to learn to delay some gratification. You have to learn to start to think long term. 5 million versus 500,000. There should be no choice. There should only be one answer. But now let's talk a little bit about how duplication works in this wonderful system that I'm showing you right now. It all starts with you. You say, yes, you know what? I want to start practicing the wealth principles. I want to pay myself first and foremost. I want to start to solve taxation, so I'm getting a business package. I want to help solve inflation, so I'm going to start preserving a portion of my wealth in physical gold. See, isn't it all about you right now? It's all about the things you can do. And then you say, you know what? I'm going to share this system with Cheryl and Dan so that they can see what they could do with changing their finances. And then Cheryl and Dan says, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I could ever find a vehicle to outpace inflation. And they're so excited, so they start sharing and duplication starts to happen because see, this system is still about you changing your finances. You're just sharing with others that they have the opportunity to do the exact same and benefit. And how you benefit once everybody truly cares about enough people so that they could change their financial situation, the system is already paying you. You're getting paid for all of this activity. And I'm going to explain to you how you get paid. You see all these wonderful carrot bars floating up in this example? People paying themselves first, paying themselves first, paying themselves first. They're getting a business package so they can help solve taxation. Well, every single thing that happened In this organization, in this example, this is how you're going to get paid. Every time somebody pays themselves first with a gram of gold, that's 1 unit that flows up. When you purchased your business package, you turned on a dual team. A dual team has a left team and a right team. And that goes to infinity. Doesn't stop in Karatbars. All of the products have units attached to them. Every time somebody pays themselves first, a unit flows up through every business package holder in the entire organization. Every time they get a business package, units are attached to them. A VIP package has 100 units attached to it. Every time you get 25 units on one side and 50 units on the opposite side, cha-ching, an instant dual team payout happens. Now you might say, well, how much is the payout? And I'm going to say, how much would you like it to be? How would you like your dual team payout to be? About $100 every time 25 and 50 happens? Or would you rather it just be 25? Well, if you get a bronze package, it's going to be 25 every time it happens. That's our entry level business package. Silver is going to be about 50 every time it happens. Gold about 75, and like I said, $100 every time it happens, and you're a VIP. So naturally, you're going to want to race to VIP as fast as you possibly can get there. Now, the system is designed to pay out 183,000 dual team payouts per week. That's astronomical. Even if you were bronze and you were at that level, for one, you would have automatically upgraded to VIP way before there. Only makes common sense. But even at $25 times 180,000, you could do the math. Pull out your calculator. We are paid on a prepaid MasterCard. It's good in over 120 countries worldwide. And Mr. Harold Sites also does one thing. If you're earning more than €200 in 1 week in commission, Mr. Harold Sites is going to pay you in a gram of gold and the rest on your prepaid MasterCard. Now let's talk about option 4. Option 4, we invest in Karat Gold coin. That's option 4. Option 4 is a new option on the block for us. It is a cryptocurrency, and it's going to take the crypto exchange by storm. Get back to the person who invited you, because you can still earn free cryptocurrency when you acquire gold. That's phenomenal. So take advantage of option 4. Now, the research has been done. We get our gold from LBMA approved refineries. We're in over 120 countries worldwide. FedEx delivers the gold in your business packages. We're paid on a prepaid MasterCard. And then there are fundraising opportunities with Karatbars. The Vatican's taken advantage of that for 6 years. Wonderful card with the likeness of Pope John Paul II. We have hundreds of thousands of satisfied customers and affiliates worldwide. And this is the action you need to take today. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, and make a lot of money. You want to tell a lot of people that they could change the finances in their own home. You want to tell a lot of people that they could get involved on the ground floor of a brand new cryptocurrency. That's an investment. But they could get in at a price point that everybody can afford. Now, here at Wealth Builders Worldwide, we're going to welcome you to our team. We're going to train you. We have trainings on Sunday nights. We have a daily motivational and inspirational power call Monday through Saturday. We have even a call for the leaders. Mr. Ty Best, he is the host of the Freedom Celebrations. Been doing it for 13 years now. We also have live presentations Monday afternoon, Tuesday night, Thursday night. You can invite your guests to these wonderful presentations. And we have periodic Watch Me Work, where we will kind of cover a point and really just, get everybody on the webinar platform, answer questions, and just, work out the logistics on how to grow your business. We have a wonderful website that's, you have a business that comes with an operation manual. and that's Wealth Builders Worldwide. It has everything you need to market your business. Our capture pages have just gotten to update. They're state of the art. They attract, when people go on our wonderful capture page, they want to get involved. And it's so easy for them to sign up. So there are tools. We also have business card templates. What business owner can operate truly successfully without business cards? You need them. We have the template for you. So it's been my pleasure presenting this wealth building webinar to you this evening. If you're watching this on Facebook and somebody's timeline, somebody has shared it with you, give back to the person and say, you know what, let me sign up. See, registering is free. Let me sign up, because look, we're almost halfway through the year and you need to start your business. You need to start saving in a vehicle that'll outpace inflation. You need to start investing in Carat Gold coin. You need to start now. So it's been my pleasure once again. I'm Sheila Abram. I want everyone to have a wonderful, wonderful evening.